In this video, I'm gonna give you an updated RV tour with this RV right here. We've been living in this for 7 whole years. So we've changed some things, we've updated some things, and stay to the end because we're gonna show you a couple of things that we're trying that is completely brand new. All right, so if you haven't seen any of our RV tours before, we are a family of 5. We've been living in this for a long time now. And you know what? It was great for many years, but I think our kids are growing up, and stay till the end because we have something kind of crazy that we're gonna tell you. But anyways, let's go over this RV.
What year is it, Sandy?
So this is a 1999, guys. I don't want you to be scared of getting into RV life because you think it's gonna be too expensive. We bought this RV for $19,000. Now, originally, we wanted to get this like crazy big 45-foot diesel, all these slides and all that kind of stuff. But then I go, you know what? That price point is pretty high. And the whole reason for getting into RV life was to minimize our life, minimize our expenses, and not add on new costs. Because if you're getting rid of the mortgage, the house payment, the utilities, you want to keep it as low as possible because all of that extra money then goes into all your travels and fun. So the reason why we picked a Class A was because this is your experience as you're driving across the country, which for us was the most important thing. Our kids were very small at the time, and so what were they, 3, 6, and 7, and we knew that it would be really difficult to drive in a truck with all the space behind us. So we chose the Class A because we wanted the huge windshield, all the windows, the kids can sit here, and it's really a fun experience driving. Just driving alone is an adventure. So let me give you a little tour. So these are the 2 captain chairs up here in the front. This is a gas, so we have the doghouse here. Diesels have all that open space, which I love. But you know what? I don't love the price point. Now, some of the changes that we did do is we needed more workspaces. And so we went to IKEA, which if you have an RV or want to get an RV, IKEA is the perfect place to go to get whatever you need because it's like mini sizes of everything. So these desks fit absolutely perfect here, and we have one in the back as well. So when I say this was 100% original 1999, this was like grandma's and grandpa's house. It was all brown, 100% brown. We actually used to keep that piece right there brown so we can remember what we've done to it, but we couldn't even take that little piece. And the furniture was all fabric. And so we reupholstered everything, and we love the grays and the whites and all those tones. So we had everything reupholstered in gray. We have some little piping black stripes and stuff, but we wanted to feel very modern, beachy, comfy, homey. Then we had all of the surfaces with just remnants. We went to a remnant place in Vegas. For $1,000 we had it all redone, and now it's all beautiful countertops that has held up through the years. All right, I want to interrupt this RV tour to tell you about today's sponsor. Now, since we do RV full-time, we homeschool our kids on the road, and our most favorite online resource for our kids' education is OutSchool. Now, the cool thing about OutSchool is not only do they have over 140,000 classes, which means your kids have an endless amount of learning to be had, but they also offer one-on-one classes that are coming in super handy right now because we have Nixon over here who started her business 2 years ago after taking an 8-week entrepreneurial course from OutSchool.
I have bath salt, lip scrubs, which is 3, shower bombs, which is 5, and sugar scrubs, which is 10. I have necklaces and sizing, so these are 15, these are 10, and these are 5.
And now she's doing one-on-one classes with a business teacher to really take her business to the next level. And then we have Skylar, who's taking a one-on-one class with a teacher that is literally helping her write her own book because Sky was inspired after taking a scary story writing class that just really took off this excitement about writing her own book, which we are absolutely blown away by. It's so exciting to have access to a resource that can truly help take our kids to the next level, especially in areas that we don't know much about. So if you want to try OutSchool, use our promo code TRY20, TRY20, for $20 off your first class. All right, now back to the video. So let's see, what else have we done? So
one of the things that we like to tell people too is don't shy away from getting something old. Because
that was it.
You can make it something new.
Yes, so you hit the nail on the head, Jimmy. So a lot of people are like, oh, you must be rich to live this lifestyle. Guys, this is not a fancy RV. This is a 1999 that we just remodeled, and it didn't even cost that much. It was like $10,000 to $15,000 to do the flooring, the reupholstering, the countertops, painting everything. So everything that we've done made this feel new again. Even wrapping the outside of the RV, which it had sunburn decals, it just wasn't cute. And so we knew that we wanted it to feel just fun and vibrant and colorful. So we put a lot of flavor into this thing, and we even had the headliner done because this was carpet. Now, it didn't smell gross or anything, because sometimes you get these old RVs that has like a musty smell or a cigarette smell. It didn't have that. We just wanted it to feel fresh. And carpet doesn't make it feel fresh.
All right, so hang on a sec. We got our first surprise here that I want to tell everybody about. So why don't you pick up our first surprise and introduce her?
Okay, are you ready? All right, guys, it's official. We have a puppy.
Oh my God.
This is Roxy. She's a mini Australian Shepherd, and she seriously is the cutest thing ever. And we prayed for blue eyes, and when she opened her eyes, they were blue.
How was her temperament?
And she's awesome. She's an Australian Shepherd, so she has energy, but she's like half and half. She's very playful, but then she's like just a snuggler sweetheart. She's almost like a cat. So that's one surprise, but we've already kind of announced that in some other videos, but she's absolutely awesome. Shout out to 4J Aussies, because that's where we got her, and she treated her like her own little baby. So Roxy's amazing.
All right, so where do you sleep at?
All right, so.
Or should we show
Okay.
back there first?
And
then we'll come out there.
Well, you know what? Let's just show some cool touches that we've done. So we love color, and we love, I don't know, we love like inspirational stuff. So we put a lot of cool little touches here, and we are very into remembering our experiences. So we created this memory wall where everywhere we go, we get either a sticker, a magnet, a little souvenir, whatever it may be. We want to look at that and be like, remember that, remember that. Just this one little sticker can open up a whole jar of memories with the kids, and the kids love it.
All right. What about over here? How do you get that cool thing over there?
All right, so we had an airbrush artist come in and do a bunch of different areas in the RV. This is our little sunset theme because we're obsessed with the beach and sunset. This picture right here, it reminds me of Peter Pan. It was when we were in the Philippines, and it had just had this crazy rainstorm, and the kids hopped into this tree, and there was these, after the rain was over, they hopped into the tree, the sky was gorgeous, and there was like these little Christmas lights hanging, and I don't know, every time I look at that, I feel like it's like from Peter Pan.
All right, what else we got?
So the airbrush artist also did this, because my license plate says Love Life. I've had that for I don't even know how many, 20 years or so. So we just thought that was very fitting.
All right.
Nixon did a little artwork right here. And then we just have pictures from all over the world. So that's another thing that I recommend for people with an RV or you're living in it full time, is really make it feel homey. It's your house, right? So do what you would do in your house. You have family photos. Come down here, we have, this is like literally Ryder was 10 days old here. This is the kids. Here's a bunch of different family photos we had taken. This was us renewing our vows for a 10-year wedding anniversary in a cenote in Mexico with a shaman. Come on, guys. That was pretty cool. All right, here's more travels from around the world. Swimming with whale sharks in the Philippines, Mount Rushmore, Thailand, hanging out with elephants, snorkeling in Bali with turtles, Philippines, I was at Zion and Bali, all on scooters. So not only have we lived in an RV, but we have traveled around the world with the kids. I think we've been to 17 different countries. COVID put a stop to that, so we haven't traveled out of the country for a couple of years now, but that's also in the books coming, so stay tuned to that. And then this was probably one of the biggest changes we've done in this RV, was we ripped out the supersized wall-to-wall bed that the kids were sleeping on. We would all crash on, watch movies, and we made triple bunks. And these triple bunks have been pretty popular.
All right, let's see. It might be messy, but you know what? That's real life, guys. So there's one.
So each kid got to decorate.
And 3, so yeah, it's pretty cool.
Each kid got to decorate their own bunk. Now, of course, this is not a house, so you don't have those high ceilings, so we had to work with the space. Some people say they're too small. The kids love them, and so...
Have you ever slept in there?
I've slept in them many times. And you know what? It's fun. It's fun.
Show me the work area behind you.
All right, so then this was another desk that we got for the kids. So they swap out when they're doing their schoolwork, and it works great. It works great. We got some IKEA dressers, IKEA shelving. Actually, every piece of furniture in here is from IKEA. We love you, IKEA. Thank you so much.
Easter egg hunt. So another thing too, guys, like there's space, but there's not like a lot of space. So, you know, anybody that does an RV tour, they usually take this stuff and put it in the other room, and then they'll do this area. But you know what? We're gonna keep it real today. So
we're keeping it real.
We've done some perfect RV tours before, and today we're keeping it real.
We're keeping it real. And then here we have the bathroom, which is, turn some lights on. So this bathroom we made all residential, because if you know RV bathrooms, you have a sink that's this big, you know, the counter is that big, you have no space, and I love having space in the bathroom. A full-size tub for the most part, and yeah. And then we made this hallway pink because we thought it was just fitting. And then as far as like space, cabinet space, this is all food up here. So food, pull-out pantry. So for being a 35-foot Class A, we do have quite a bit of storage space.
Where do you keep your dishes at?
All the dishes, it's a mess up in there. Spices, watch out for this guy when we move because thing will torpedo out and shoot you in the head.
All right,
and then here we have all the kids sort of learning stuff. And then this is extra stuff. So
where do you sleep at? Where do you sleep?
So guys, can you figure out where Jimmy and I sleep? There's not a space, is there? No, so we sleep on this pull-out jackknife couch.
It's tiny. Are we college students?
And we've done that
7 years on that thing?
for
Are you
a
crazy?
really long time. But we figured in the beginning, that we would give the kids the bedroom because we could close the door and then we can have all out here, opposed to the kids sleeping out on the pull-out.
Let's stay there. Let's see how much room we have once we close the door, right? Which is right here. So we close the door. There we go. And then the kids have this whole area back here. And then we technically have from right here out all night to ourselves. So
yeah,
that's
so
a pretty
party. So that's what we've done. But so I highly recommend, guys, RV life is amazing. It is very inexpensive. I know there's different ways you can do it, right? You can get camping memberships like 1,000 Trails. There's Sun Outdoors has a whole chain. There's lots of ways to keep your costs down. I think 1,000 Trails might be the most cost efficient, where you pay a membership due and then like either stay for free at parks or 20 bucks a night at some of the premium parks. But overall, there's no utilities, there's no taxes, there's no the overhead for us. And we'll do a video and we're starting a podcast, so stay tuned to that. But we're gonna give a rundown of what our expenses are because overall it is not expensive. It's way cheaper than where at least it was for us when we lived in a house.
All right, so that kind of wraps up the inside. We can go spend another 2 hours in here, but I think you guys get the gist of it. But let's run outside. I want to show you a couple things that we've done on the outside and show you some things that you don't want to do. And then we'll get to the big surprise that we haven't shown you yet. So
the biggest don't in our books is we're gonna show you here in a second because man, it really made things difficult for us. Oh boy, okay. And sorry for the wind because there is a big storm coming right now. But let me show you the outside and what we've done here to make this RV feel fresh again. So with the door, we had that airbrush artist put good vibes only because we want people to know, don't bring any bad vibes into our RV. All right, so what we did was we literally ourselves, we took off, we got a heat gun and we melted off the decals, peeled them off, and it was just pretty much bare white. We went to a wrap company and said, all right, this is what we want to do. We want to feel cool, fun, colorful. And they helped us come up with this design. Now the logos weren't on here at first. It was just the blues and the grays. And we loved it, it was really cool. But then when we started doing social media, we're like, oh man, how fun would it be to put Trying Something New on it? This is our logo 2.0, was the graffiti style that we absolutely love. So we knew we had to get those added on too. So the wrap itself was about $2,800. And then as we added these on, it was like another $1,000 to add all the logos on and all that kind of stuff in the website.
So show me over here on the other side, what was the thing that,
okay,
whatever.
Now the biggest no in our books, if we can tell you something to look out for when you want to buy an RV, is delamination. Now this whole side right here was delaminated. We didn't know anything about this. We were so new, so green. This was this is probably about 8 years ago that we were looking to buy an RV. Now the crappy thing that happened was there was 2 of these available. One was in California and one was in South Carolina. The one in California had no water damage, no delamination, but it sold literally the day we were going to buy it. And so we had to go, all right, we'll get the one in South Carolina. Little did we know that the one in South Carolina had all of this delamination, which really became a real big pain in the butt.
All right, so guys, delamination means there was a leak up there in the top skylight, and you see the skylight right there, and all the water ran down the side of the RV here, separating the outside wall from the inside wall.
So that's what delamination means. This wall right here is separated from the wood on the inside or the styrofoam, and you don't want that.
And so it's not that bad. I fixed it up pretty good, but to me there is imperfections in there, and I just really hate seeing that, and it bothers me a lot. Let me spin this around here. So I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I want everything to look perfect. And that really bothers me every time I see it, which is every time I come outside and look at the RV. So
yeah.
for 7 years, I've been looking at that going, oh.
Especially when the sun hits it just
the
right.
delamination.
It looks not so good.
All right, so 7 years. Every once in a while, you got to try something new and upgrade. So let's see if we can reveal this perfectly right now. Do you see what's behind us right here? So I don't know how we're going to tow this behind the RV, or are we going to tow the RV with this?
What are we gonna do, babe?
Let's go over there and see. Can we hook the RV? I bet you this truck could tow the RV. So this right here, Sandy, film me for a little bit.
Okay.
So this right here is a Ford F350 Mac Daddy dually. Can tow anything, 22 feet long. Got the beautiful side rails right here. Got the leather package. And also got the moonroof. This is one of the things that we wanted to have right here was the moonroof. Absolutely amazing. But
she's a beauty.
This is our next journey here, guys. We got this to get used to it because it is quite a truck to drive. 22 feet long. Sandy's been practicing a little bit here and there. Smells brand new. This is a 2019 with 40,000 miles on it. And we drove to Maryland to pick it up because these things go fast. There's not that many in the States anymore because everybody that wants them takes them up really quick. So we drove up there and got it. We did 900 miles out and 900 miles back to get this truck. And it is like driving a Bentley on steroids. It's really cool. I love it. So, Sandy, what else do you want to say?
Next?
I don't know. Why don't you wrap us up here and tell us what's going on?
So, like I said, we chose the Class A years ago because the kids were super small and we didn't want them to be in the back seat of a truck. It would be miserable for me because I would be the one handling them, and I just didn't want to do that, so we chose Class A. However, now that the kids are a lot older, the girls are just about as tall as me, which is kind of weird, we said, you know, we kind of were getting space envy with all of our friends that have fifth wheels, and we said, you know what, maybe we should try something new and take our own advice. And so we are embarking on a brand new adventure of a fifth wheel, guys. So you're gonna have to stay tuned.
Was that, hold on. Was that the official announcement right there?
I think so.
That was what you're staying around to the end for?
I think so. What do you think?
Right. I think that's
so.
it for
what do you
sure.
guys think? Is a fifth wheel the right choice for us? I think as of right now, since we have the truck, it might be a little too late because you don't want to just drive this around as your daily driver.
Yeah. You got rid of the minivan, so.
We got rid of the minivan, and Jimmy's making me drive this monster, this beast. And so there's a lot of things happening. We are still deciding on what we're gonna do. But we would love your input and love to hear what you guys think.
Have you thought of a name for this? Remember what we were talking about?
Yeah, so we were thinking, and you guys tell us, that someone had said, we put it on Instagram, what should we name it? And they said, well, if you're getting a fifth wheel, it's cool to name it like peanut butter jelly, like, you know, two names that go together. And somebody said Beauty and the Beast.
Which one is the Beast?
So this would be the Beast.
Right.
And the fifth wheel would be the Beauty because she'll be beautiful,
like
right?
Yeah.
And so I went, oh my God, that sounds brilliant. So what do you guys think? Beauty and the Beast. Are we getting a fifth wheel?
Stay there for a sec.
What kind of fifth wheel?
I'm gonna run around this way right here. Man, this truck, I'm telling you, like, so much power, so much, just everything. It's amazing. I just can't get over it, you know? I grew up loving trucks and all that stuff, and yeah, I just really love this thing, so it's pretty awesome.
Yes.
All
Is
right.
the frame wide enough right now?
I don't know. I hope so. I can't see the back, so I hope it's working. But
oh my gosh, guys,
are we ready
I'm
to wrap
excited.
it up here?
I'm nervous. But that's what trying something new is all about, is getting out of your comfort zone. Driving this thing is way out of my comfort zone. I literally drove for the second time a little earlier today. The kids were all in the back and going, oh my God, Mommy's, we're gonna die. So I'm like, guys, have some faith in your mom. I've done a lot of things in life. I'm okay.
So we just want to do a little check-in, give you an old RV tour, maybe something new coming up very soon. We got a dog, we got a truck. It's all in the.
There's a lot of changes happening right now.
A lot of changes. So should we wrap it up?
What do you think?
I think so.
Oh my gosh.
We'll get that in a
I gotta
sec.
pick that up.
All right, guys. Like we always say, and
well,
like
you know
we're doing right now.
We're living proof that trying something new is amazing. It gets your blood pumping, it gets you excited, it puts a new twist on life. And so remember, whatever you do, get out there and what? Try something new!
All right, let's go put the diesel on this
I
thing.
better pick up this bag.
She's thirsty. Peace out, guys.
Oh no, where'd it go?